Hi everyone!
Hey!
Elise is back.
Hey!
Today we're going to talk about how to deal with your parents in recovery. We're also going to talk about at the end how a parent can help their child if they have an eating disorder, in case you are a parent watching this video.
That would be cool, by the way. If
you're taking advice from us.
Okay. Sorry, change of positions again. So we're gonna start our video by talking about the fact how to tell your parents about your eating disorder, because we're gonna go through different stages of the parent-child thing, but we're gonna start about how to tell your parents and what happens after that and whatever.
Yeah. How would you tell your parents? How did you tell? You told your parents, right?
I did. I did. You didn't.
No, I didn't.
Okay. So we have both
very different stories.
Yeah, different stories. So I'm gonna talk about when I told my parents. I've been fighting my ed for about 18 months. That knew about my ed was my math teacher. By the way, if some of you don't want to tell your parents and you have a teacher who is really close with you, you can obviously say tell that teacher you have an ed, because they can come, they could be so much a big help, and without any of my teachers right now I probably wouldn't even be here, by the way. So just but I'll talk about it in my story, in another video. So I told my math teacher I had because I started my ed with bulimia problems, and so I told her in February, and the months passed and my state wasn't getting very good, so I had to tell my mom after debating on the fact that I would tell her or not, after long nights debating on that.
Yeah. I
told her in 1 week after my birthday. That would be in May.
Yeah.
And I told my mom I had an eating disorder and I struggled with bulimia, and she obviously didn't take it very well. My mom, I don't know if some of you can relate to the reaction of my mom, but my mom didn't take me seriously at all. Actually, she laughed about it, and she told me that I didn't have an eating disorder, that that was being ridiculous, and purging once or twice a week wasn't a problem, because that's what she thought. I was purging once or twice a week, but I was obviously purging a lot more than that. And my mom laughed and she told me that I was seeking attention. So that night I ran away, all super dramatic and stuff. But yeah, I ran away and I went to my math teacher's house that night, and we went to a clinic the day after that, and we had a medical paper saying that I had bulimia, and then it becomes complicated with the health system and all. But I told my mom first, and after that my dad knew about it because of my mom, and he didn't take me seriously at all. He still doesn't, sorry. And so my parents are really not that much in my ed story, but they really didn't take it well. And I talked about it at my therapist, and she told me that it wasn't really a fact of denial or something, because a lot of parents would deny the fact that their child has an eating disorder, but my parents, that's not their case, because denial lasts a certain period of time, and after that comes the help. But it's been a year now, and they're still not helping me. So yeah, that's how I told my parents, and that's how they knew about my ed.
Yeah. So me, I told my ex-boyfriend, but he sort of knew it was up, and then my coach also sort of knew what was happening, because I lost a lot of weight, because I always struggled with anorexia. I never struggled with bulimia, but we'll do a video about that too, because I get a lot of questions about that, but I don't know anything about it, so I brought someone who knows. So yeah, so he knew, both of them knew, and then they told my mom, who in the beginning didn't really believe them. My coach told me later on that he was actually telling my mom for a pretty long time, but she never really paid attention to it. She denied it, basically. She was like sort of in denial phase. And then I talked about this a lot in my story, but I'll repeat myself in summary. And then, so basically, like, I got an appointment with the outpatient clinic at the hospital near me. And that's how my mom knew. My dad knew because my mom told him, but he denied everything. He was, like, never really supportive about it. And, like, I don't think he denies it anymore, but he's too scared of it to help me.
Like,
so,
to face it.
Yeah, like, he doesn't really want to face the facts. So yeah. That's how my parents knew.
My story was a little bit longer.
Because I already told mine. How about your siblings?
Yeah, because I have, because Val has a brother. I have 3 sisters. I have a twin sister, in fact, and I have 2 half-sisters, like, because my parents are separated and they're not together anymore. So I have 3 sisters, and I never really told them, like, straight face-to-face, but my sister knew about it because my mom told her, and my 2 other half-sisters knew it because my stepmom told them. So it was really awkward and weird, and I don't think they really they don't really realize how much of an impact my eating disorder has on my life, but I think they try their best to help me through that, but sometimes it can be really hard. And especially my twin sister, because she's my twin, but we're not like, we don't look alike at all. And yeah, that's how they reacted to my ed.
My brother, I already talked about in my story, so I'll link it or something. You can go watch my story.
Good.
Okay, so we talked about denial a lot.
Yeah, we did.
You could talk about, like, triggering parents.
Yeah, because I have a lot to say about that. Not most of you, I hope not most of you, but a lot of you have triggering parents with their, like, with your ed. And here we're talking about parents on diets, parents with bad, like, food behaviors, like addict to like being healthy, and
like health freaks.
Yeah, and they talk a lot about food.
Yeah.
Gosh, I have. So in my case, my stepmom is like she's on a 800 calorie diet. She was on an 800 calorie diet, like, per day. I'm sorry if I like trigger people with that's kind of whatever, but which is really not good, by the way.
Yeah,
like, 800, don't do it. But she was on that for a long time, and she lost like a certain amount of weight, and so that period was really, really triggering for me because she wasn't eating the same things as we were eating, and it seemed more of like if she had the eating disorder than I was, and so that was really hard. And we have, like, the parents who don't want certain foods in their house, like chocolate or like chips no junk food, or like I think we agree on that it's not really good. I think
to, like, leave certain foods out of your house because it's not healthy during recovery, because, like, recovery isn't about, like, eating healthy. It's more about, like, eating whatever normally. Like, people have junk food once in a while, and it's, like, fine.
Yeah, like, people have McDonald's and they don't die the next day, or they have chocolate in their house and they don't die the next day, and we think it's really hard for children, or even if you don't have an ed, like, children who, like, for example, I'll just say something. In my house, we're not allowed of, like, soda and stuff like that. And my sisters, how in the house we have only milk and water at home. So when they go out, they drink a lot of soda. I wouldn't say binge on it, but like they use the fact that their mom isn't there to tell them that they're not allowed, so they drink it in a big amount.
Yeah.
Like,
excessively.
Yeah, excessive. Right. Good. Thanks, Val. And so I think, like, putting out certain foods in your house, if you're a parent watching this, it's not really good. Like, I know a lot of you maybe want to
have good intentions, and like you want to make your children like be healthy and stuff, but you can help them make good decisions. I think it's more useful for them to have the unhealthy choices in front of them, and to choose like, oh no, now's not the time to eat that, or like now I should, because there's no food that's not good for you, only bad quantities.
That's a quote from my therapist right there.
I guess you can, like, if you're recovering and you want to like ask your parents for help, you could probably like tell them like try not to mention numbers and stuff like that. Try to talk less about food, concentrate on more things that don't have to do with food, because obviously you're struggling with an eating disorder, and eating and food just don't go.
Or weight loss too.
Because
that's really not good.
And try to like encourage them to eat regularly, like you. Like, don't, like, if you see them skipping meals and stuff, like, tell them, be like, no.
Tell them it's not good for them. Like, just take your place and like say what you want to say. Don't like hide behind whatever, and just be honest with them. I think that's the key. Honesty is always the key.
Honesty is the best policy.
For parents who make comments on like their child's bodies or whatever, I don't know if you have something to say on that.
I think that what caused a lot of my eating disorder was that my parents really commented a lot on people's bodies and stuff, and that made me think that like, oh, I'm never going to be good enough for them and stuff. So I understand that it can be really triggering for you to get comments on your body and stuff like that, but you sort of have to like take yourself into your own hands first, and like take care of yourself. If they say something like that, like, don't take it personally, and that just because they say something doesn't mean that it's true, I guess is what I have to say.
True. Yeah, you're totally right. And in my case, I've had like a lot of comments on my body when I was younger. My dad did a lot of things for me to lose weight. He gave me money if I lost weight. He took me places if I lost weight. Always too fat. Always compared myself to my friends, and always saying that I wasn't good enough, or that I should be ashamed of myself, and like that really wasn't like it still happens, but at least
now you're stronger.
Yeah, I'm stronger, and I know about it. Like when I was younger, I just listened to him. And so like I will quote my therapist right here, and I want you guys to know that if your parents say comments on your bodies and stuff, just know that it's normal for you to feel like self-conscious about it, and you're not the way you are for like nothing. I mean, you've had like hard times, and I mean, you didn't just like have these thoughts in your head like saying I'm fat, I'm not good enough. Like someone put them there, and it's important for you to understand
it's not your fault that you have this
really
disease,
not.
and it's like, it's not your fault.
No, really not. And like I think it's important to say it.
If you are by any chance watching a parent that's watching this,
or if you want to show this video to your parents, like to help them understand. So that's our last segment.
Good idea. So we're gonna like sort of talk about how a parent can help their kid with an eating disorder. We talked a lot about like saying comments about body and eating normally. How else could a parent help?
Be there for your child, or your like whatever.
I think like you should do a lot of research about the eating disorder, because my dad just thought, oh, she'll go eat a steak and she'll be better, but like it's not really that at all. So maybe if you're a parent, you should go like read some books about it, or
talk to a doctor about it, or the doctor of your child about it. Like be there, go to the meetings, ask to go to the meetings.
There's a lot of support groups for parents only too, and there's a lot of resources for that.
If your child sees a therapist, ask the therapist, like, can I have a meeting with you? Usually the therapist has a lot of experience with parents, with children, with them. And
they can give a lot of good tricks to how to help.
And I would say be there for your child, help them through meals. That's really, really important. Don't deny the eating disorder. If your child is there and saying he or she has an ED, bulimia, anorexia, binge disorder, whatever, don't pretend like it's not that big of that big of a deal, or it's just a phase. It's not just a phase. If your child is saying that, it's because
there's something wrong.
Yeah, they don't feel good about it, and they've probably been hiding it for a long time, and that's important to know that it's hard for them to tell you too.
Yeah, so they like trust you enough to tell you, so you should really like not be happy about that, but be appreciate
it.
And like take advantage of that they trust you to help them.
Yeah, and by the way, having an eating disorder is not a way to seek attention. That is 100% not true. And I would say talk to your child too. Like, you have to communicate.
Yeah, really you can't read each other's minds like we do.
We're like,
it's only us. Like, no one else can read each other's minds. You have to like be honest and say what's on your mind and stuff. And like, don't worry about saying things that'll upset other people, because this might sound selfish, but like what's most important is like the person that's sick. Because like in everyone in the house, like it's hardest for the person who has the eating disorder. Like, no matter how hard it is for the parents or anything, it's not the parent who's sick, it's the child. So it's the hardest for them, and try to be really understanding about that.
Yeah, I agree with Valerie on that, and I think we made it clear enough.
Yeah.
If you're a parent and you have questions about it, like just ask us. We'll answer whatever question you have.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much it.
I guess that's all.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching again, and
we hope we hope like we helped a lot, and that you like to listen to us. Like to us, we're two today. Like, we have both different really different stories, and I hope that some of you can relate to mine and to hers, and that you can find
both of us.
So there
you go.
Bye.